High karate.
Ooh, I remember high karate. I don't know if I knows what it smells like. Do you know what high karate smells like?
All I've ever heard is people say, that smells like high karate. But I don't know
what high karate smells like? No.
Apparently it stinks, though, because it was used as an epithet.
Yeah, that and Drakkar Noir were said in the same
I don't know, man.
I know what Drakkar smells like.
I know what that smells like. Oh, but you know what? Now I've heard people like, what kind of cologne is this guy wearing? And they show a picture of like a dirt bag.
Yeah.
Drakkar Noir.
Drakkar Noir. I mean, even like, what was Aqua de Gio was like the hot shit for a while.
What the fuck is that?
It was in a clear...
Aqua de Gio?
Aqua de Gio.
Oh, yeah.
It was in a clear bottle, silver top.
It was no Calvin Klein Emotions or whatever.
Oh, yeah. Polo Sport. Tommy.
It was no
Tommy.
Cool Water.
Cool Water. I got a homeboy that still wears Cool Water. Cool Water.
It was no Cool Water.
Yeah, it was no Cool Water. We'll talk about him later.
Oh, yeah.
You can figure out who he is, though, later. I'm not saying who he is now.
I'll bet I could.
Yeah, you probably will. I'm not going to bring up 3 extra people, though, just to...
What, pad it out?
Pad it out, yeah.
Cheers, queers. It's From Behind the Barcast, the podcast for bartending, service industry, drinking in general. I'm Paxton. That's Clint.
It's pretty good. Cheers.
And that's Vinny with the Budweiser over there.
Hey. The Googletron's in the shop.
There we go. There it is.
Where's the Googletron?
Googletron is in the shop. We had to send it to the
estate.
But you can still hear it clacking in your heart of hearts.
Oh, yeah.
So last week when we recorded on Monday, Norm Mcdonald died the very next day. So
R.I.P. Norm.
Probably my third favorite comic of all time.
He's up in my top 5.
And
Dirty Work is one of my favorite test of time comedies ever.
And now who's the dude that you did that with? Artie Lang is one of the funniest guys on podcasts.
Almost died a couple times.
Oh yeah, 100%.
His nose is missing. Or something?
He sniffed glass because the girl was using a salt shaker to bust up Oxycontins on a fucking hotel.
And he snorted.
The glass. He goes, something's wrong with this with these drugs that we're doing.
I like your Artie Lang impression. It sounds a lot like Temple Grandin.
It's a little Temple Grandin. I just realized that now, but I wasn't prepared to do that.
Grandinish or Grandini?
but I was prepared to do my Norm impression because he had one of my favorite jokes by him, and it was kind of like a through line through all of his stuff all the time. He'd go, this Hitler guy. I don't know if you guys are history buffs, but the more I hear about him, the less I like him.
He's a real knucklehead, huh?
He was a real nincompoop.
I just loved the OJ stuff, because he wouldn't stop doing it.
He got fired because he wouldn't shut the fuck up.
He wouldn't stop at OJ.
Yeah.
I wonder.
The guy that ran the NBC's vice president.
It was the head. No, I think it was. Wasn't it the head of Saturday Night Live?
He was a big guy. And he was best friends with fucking OJ, and he goes, "Hey, tell Norm to stop doing OJ jokes." Literally, that following week, he only did OJ jokes.
Yeah, on Weekend Update. But he went there and was like, "I'm not going to do it," and then he just did it.
Only
no prompter, nothing. He just did OJ jokes.
And then so he gets fired, and 4 years later, right after Dirty Work happened, they were like, "Hey, you got to come host the show. You're reporting or you're promoting your new movie, Dirty Work."
Yeah.
So the first joke he does, he goes, "Yeah." They fired me because they said I wasn't funny enough. Now I'm hosting, so either I got a lot funnier. This fucking show sucks. But he was not a big fan of Hitler. But I have some new evidence and some new information
about Hitler
by proxy.
Breaking Hitler news.
Breaking. So Don Henley.
Also okay.
Speaking of Hitler, Nazi, right? All right. If you go into your GIF bar on your phone.
Mm-hmm. I have.
You have one?
I have a smoker in mine. He just popped up in there. So
nice.
Yeah.
See? Not a Nazi.
Not a Nazi.
If you type in Nazi, nothing comes up.
Yeah. There's a lot of words they've blacklisted.
Type in Hitler. Nothing comes up.
On your phone. It might work on mine. I have a third-party app.
I knew it. Type in Don Henley.
It's Nazi typing.
Type in Don Henley.
Yeah.
Nothing comes up.
Oh.
So that is guaranteed evidence.
And this is
Don Henley is a Nazi.
About Don Henley being a Nazi.
That is irrefutable evidence that Don Henley is a Nazi.
Irrefutable evidence.
It is irrefutable evidence that Don Hitler is not.
One thing.
It is
combined with the other things.
Hey, listen.
Wait, Venmo.
Do your own research, okay?
I will. I always do my own research.
Do you like motorcycals?
Yeah, I do.
I like motorcycles, I guess.
Not really dirt bikes, apparently.
Can't ride dirt bikes around here, but
not in New York City.
I was going to work yesterday or 2 days ago, and I hear a bike, like the sound of a motorcycle,
like a loud bike,
bike behind
a chopper.
me. But I'm just pulling out of my neighborhood, so it's already at the speed it's going to be at. The motorcycle is. So I hear, but as it gets up to me, I hear the music that it's playing. So my window's down, you know. I hear, but I wanna fall in love.
Nice. Like, from the motorcycle.
I was like, you're a badass. Fucking going,
just jamming.
Look, everyone's got their like, you know, secret pleasures. And
there's a brother downtown that rides a loud, like Harley like bike.
Yeah.
Booming stereo, and it's like soul jams all the time.
Well, that's appropriate.
Yeah.
That's appropriate.
But it's
You're
real
a black
soulful.
dude riding a fucking motorcycle.
Yeah. It's just
listening
so
to some
loud.
fucking Delphonics. Yeah, fine.
Oh,
But if
I
you're
was
some
thinking
dude
more
with
like Al
tattoo-
Green, almost.
Oh, well,
soul.
no, well, same, yeah.
Yeah.
Al Green Delphonics. Come on, man.
Yeah.
But if you're a dude with tattoos, leather.
Oh, it was a typical biker guy.
I mean, the dude looked like he walked straight out of the Hell's Angels or something like that.
Nice. And the thing is, you're not hiding it on a motorcycle. Like, you know, you can roll up your windows.
You
in your
can roll
car.
your windows up and turn it down a little bit.
Yeah,
you know,
be
like
like-
at the beginning
be
of
like-
Office Space, he's listening like,
Yeah.
"Wow, I wish a motherfucker would."
Yeah.
The guy's selling
Yeah.
oranges
He's
walking
like,
up, and he rolls his window up and turns it down. Nah, everyone hears you,
Even if they don't want to.
even if they don't fucking want to. We got T-shirts for sale. You can DM us to get them. They're $25, and if you want to Venmo us the money. From Behind the Barcast. That's it. From Behind the Bar. From Behind the Barcast.
Yeah. I'll put it on the social later.
So this week I saw a car, and it had writing on the back window.
What did it say?
This is what it said. It said, "Just married, Dave and Kendra." Oh, that was it. They didn't have their goddamn Venmo on the back of
They
the
just let
fucking
you know
thing.
they just got married?
Yes. You know, the traditional, we got married. We're not panhandling for money on the internet.
Was it a nice car?
No, it wasn't the nicest car. It was
good.
Toyota Corolla level.
Okay.
It was Nissan,
A Ford Explorer,
Altima
but not a late model.
but a classy Ford Explorer.
The two-door ones they don't make anymore. So, speaking of Venmo, now parents on Facebook are posting a picture of their kid on vacation and saying, "It's little Jimmy's first trip to Disney World. Buy him a drink. Help pay for his fast pass at Venmo. Jimmy's birthday weekend."
No.
Parents on Facebook.
They must
Come
hate
on.
their- all right,
Come on.
You have to hate
that
your
kid getting all that money too. He don't know shit. You get
And
$200
why
bucks.
are they going to fucking Disneyland without their fucking parents?
No, he's going with them, but they're pandering the kid just to get more stuff.
They're all
Yeah, the kid's like 8, and it was the kid with his parents, but it was just a picture of the kid sitting there like this, looking all derpy and sad. It's like, send him money to go on a ride or pay for his fast pass. I'm like, really? This is what you're doing? You're pipping out your child for Venmo money?
What? We have reached an all new low in the. Man,
I know.
Normally, when we talk about our Venmo stories, I'm like,
Yeah,
Hey,
this
man.
is pretty bad.
Cassie's a dumb bitch.
Yeah, it's not, and they're not even like William's sick. You know, it's not a Make-A-Wish thing. It's just like, hey, we're cheap. Buy our kids some shit.
We hate our kid, and we don't want to pay for his little dumb ass to go.
I'm not inviting you to his
Disneyland
birthday party to get gifts. You can just sit on your couch and give me $10.
and send me fucking virtual money. Who?
I'd like to know. I didn't. Someone else sent me this.
I want numbers, man. I want to know what these people fucking get. Because I want to see how much my
So
virginity
when we talked
thing's
to
gonna get.
Christian about it, she said that her friends got like a couple $100. But
Yeah,
but
but-
remember her friend used it for like.
Yeah, to like pay for Ubers and shit like
I mean, I guess they're going to pay for something for their kid, but you know, sure as shit, mom's going to be coming back with a nice hat and souvenir.
Yeah.
She's going to get a little extra mango
Oh,
margarita.
mom's just getting extra fucking Duff beers at the Simpsons place at fucking.
They sell
at
Duff
Disney.
beers down there?
Yeah, one of them.
How's a Duff beer taste?
I don't know. It probably tastes
Duff beer?
Probably tastes
Duff
fucking
beer?
Duff.
I mean, I imagine it's not very good.
Yeah.
It looks very frothy in the show.
Hey, look, yeah, but they make it. It's just like a fucking Simpsons donut. You know what I mean? Like it looks really great in the show, but it's no Krispy Kreme.
It's no Krispy Kreme. You can get free Krispy Kreme right now, too.
What if you get
COVID shot?
If you get a fucking shot?
They give you one donut. Like, what a shit. Like, I have to go there to get one donut. Like, obviously.
You know how much a donut costs?
Yeah. Yeah.
8 cents.
I'm going to go. But the thing is, Krispy Kreme's got the right idea because if you go for one donut, you leave them with 11 more.
Dude, if you gave me incentive, like, come get a shot and we'll pay for a week of you to take a fucking ninjutsu class.
My sister got $500 from the Board of Education for getting a COVID shot. That's an incentive.
That's incentive. Yeah.
I'll go get another one for $500.
He says,
I'm double vaxxed.
I could use a fucking booster.
I'm double vaxxed. I'll
I'm
do it.
fucking
I don't care.
waxed and vaxxed. Speaking of, well, so her girlfriend, whatever, paid for Ubers and like dinners. for all
Yeah,
of her
she did some
friends that
constructive
helped her
things.
out.
She didn't just.
I just saw this thing. So there's just, and I've seen this happen to 1,000 people. Well, not exactly the same thing happen to 1,000 people, but I've seen this happen to a lot of people, or I've seen it happen a lot of times. You're outside of a bar, and because Uber is just people driving their own cars.
Yeah, so you don't know.
People walk up to these cars all the fucking time trying to get in.
Oh, yeah, because if you have the dash light or whatever.
But see, some people don't, like, not typically, like, when I walk out, I'm like, they ask me my name, and I'm like, yes, I'm Paxton.
But you and I are a little more astute than some when they're drunk, so we're looking for the exact right car.
Yeah, exactly.
License plate. When I'm getting an Uber, 9 out of 10 times.
I know it's a Kia Sorento. I know his name's fucking.
Well, usually I'm getting it out here, so like, there's a random car sitting in the parking lot. It's an Uber, but like when you're downtown, I'm not near. I don't drink as much downtown.
Actually, yeah, if you're a Huckapoos, I can look outside and be like, "That's an Uber," because I've never seen a car like that.
And it's just sitting. And it's 2 a.m.
Yeah,
and the car's just sitting there.
So this girl, she's in Columbia, South Carolina. She goes to USC, and she
got their ass beat this week.
Your 5 minutes are coming, buddy.
Hey, look, you brought it up. Sort of. Kind of.
Yeah, I was trying to trick you because it's not time yet. How about that? So she's going out, and a car pulls up, and she tries to get in. Like, it doesn't even, like, there's no lights anywhere. There's no nothing. She tries to get in, and the person's like, hey, not your, he was probably like, not your, but well, there was a guy that was driving around, like, they saw it on some of the CCTVs around there. He's driving around the block, and he notices that she tries to get into a second car that wasn't an Uber.
Oh, opportunities.
So this dude pulled up. Before he even stops, she gets in the fucking back. And she's on the phone with her boyfriend right at that moment. She goes, all right, I'm getting in the Uber. He's tracking her on his phone, and they're going completely in the wrong direction from where she's supposed to go to her house. But the boyfriend was like, she probably already got dropped off and left her phone in the car. That's why it's heading in the other direction. Meanwhile, she's getting stabbed 102 times.
Oh, I remember this story. Was it a couple months ago?
It was like, it happened in like 2019, I think.
Okay, yeah,
and then they caught the guy, whatever. He just got convicted not long
That's
ago.
pretty aggressive. I feel like if you're stabbing somebody 102 times, you're going to get caught soon.
Or she must have been fighting like a motherfucker. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but like 102, like what, 84 maybe?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's where you cap it. But like,
he was counting. He was doing 101, then he like, fell.
Oh, yeah, shit. Right. Yeah. Oh, he had a double bladed knife, so the extra two.
Yeah.
Wow.
Or 2 knives.
So we're going to hell. Anyways,
we're not getting stabbed though.
I'm getting stabbed straight.
Not
to
yet.
hell.
Not yet.
But I've had so many friends that try and get into fucking that try and get into Ubers that aren't fucking Ubers.
Yeah. I've never tried to get into the wrong car. Me and Vinny one night, we're at the Crowbar, Tuesday night, right? It was like a Tuesday night. We're walking out. That's fine. We're walking outside, and there's no cars in the parking lot. It's the Crowbar off season. There's no cars in the parking lot. It's just him and us standing there. And he like cracks one and goes, "Audio Clint?" And I'm like, "Yeah." He goes, "Okay, who am I?" And I'm like,
"Oh, right.
There's nobody else out here, bro. Like, of course it's us." I like wait when you drive up. I wait, but whatever. So we get in there, and it smelled like a can of fucking Apollo Axe body spray that was full, and he stabbed it with a knife and then just threw it in the back of the car. I mean, I was driving down the road
he was
like
shotgunning Axe body spray.
I was driving down the road like Ace Ventura out the window, like. It was the worst. It was the worst.
Okay, so I have gotten in one Uber, and I could tell. But see, here's the thing. Here's sort of the middle ground, I think. So, like, if you're an Uber driver, sometimes you can't help who gets in. Like, fucking,
yeah, you can't.
Someone might get in that doesn't smell great. Mm-hmm. So if you're so used to sitting in this car and spraying your Dracar Noir or your High Karate,
yeah.
You don't. You
take a High Karate tree.
You become nose blind to it.
Yeah.
You become smell blind to it. So when someone else gets in your car, it's just like if you smoked weed in your car yesterday.
Yeah.
And I get in today.
You'll smell the weed.
I'll smell the weed.
I'm gonna be like,
but you won't.
I'm like, oh yeah.
So
I would never smoke weed in my car. It's against the law.
Yeah, that's against the law.
Except for on Tybee.
Oh yeah. Decriminalized. I wonder what that really means, though.
It's at the officer's discretion to arrest you. So the officer can, like, it's the same thing in Savannah. Out here, they're a little more free with it. But in Savannah, basically, if the cop stops you with weed up to
it's like
up to an ounce, at the officer's discretion, they can either write you a ticket or they can arrest you. So if you're a dick, they will arrest you.
Or if you're like if you're drunk as well and you got weed in the car.
But if you're obstinate with the cop. If you're smoking in the car, he's probably going to, he's going to give you some shit. So if you pretend like you weren't smoking in the car, you like lie to him about it, then he's going to be like, "Look,
sorry, man,
we're going to jail now.
Now we're going to jail."
So you can kind of get away with like that. But I think if if me and Travis are standing on North Beach and there's no one within 50 feet of us, we're smoking a joint, like, I'm pretty sure the cops are going to keep on moving because you know what? There's something else to do.
You're not jerking off.
There
on
are
the
people
beach right
masturbating
now.
somewhere on this beach right now.
There's a fucking pandemic of people masturbating.
Buzz. This just in. We have another masturbation update.
Oh, I didn't know this.
Yes.
And I'm not just acting surprised.
I wanted to shock you. I wanted to like stick it in there at the last second so you.
That's a shocker.
Yeah. So this digital penetration is brought to you by Grant Nelson. No, I'm just so when that woman was supposed to go to court a few weeks ago, she forwarded it. That's the day she called and pretended to be the secret agent.
Yeah. She talked to her higher ups and got it.
At the FBCIIQAnon, and she had to squeeze it. So during that court proceeding, though, another woman came through. Metal detector goes off. They search her purse. Do you know what they found in her purse? Her fucking vibrator.
Really?
Like, this hasn't happened from my inside source. Yeah. Hasn't happened in years where someone's gotten caught with a vibrator, but within like a few weeks period.
Yeah, but it's not illegal to have one. So like you're framing it like.
Do you know what you need for court? I got my papers, I got my social security card.
When I get stressed out, I got a
vibrator. I got a vibrator. You can't just manually do it. You can't digitally penetrate yourself. You have to actually have a vibrator in court. That shit had candy corn on it.
Maybe
too. You know, it had that one was just not.
What
good.
if she forgot it was in there, just like the butterscotches or something?
Where was she going with the vibrator before, though?
To the beach, motherfucker. That's where you.
You know what? Some girls are pretty trashy like that. I have a friend whose name I won't mention that had a girl come to his house with some sex toys one time, and she brought him in a Kroger bag, like double bagged in a Kroger bag.
How else would you carry him? How else would you carry him?
I wasn't going to say anything. You had to make a scene over there.
Who are you pointing at? My roommate Travis?
Yeah.
Damn, Travis. There's a Kroger bag. What the fuck?
It's like poking out the side. Like, well, you said you'd tell a weird sex story a week.
As long as this double bag.
It was double bagged. I want to know he double bagged was my question, though. That is a sure sign that you need extra condoms.
If she comes double bagged, you better.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'd put a condom on the vibrator. I don't know, just to be safe.
More than one toy, Travis?
Yeah. More than one toy.
I mean, hey, if you're gonna fucking really get, I mean, you're gonna need.
Shouldn't
more
you have
than
like a special bag for that? You know, to transport them somewhere.
You would think, like
a velvet case.
You have a carrying case for like your toiletries whenever you go out of town. Like
you're not sticking those inside of yourself for the most part.
Just my toothbrush.
Duh.
I have to put that in my mouth too, though.
Yeah. Well, you got to clean it off before you brush your teeth with it.
So
we didn't describe our cocktail.
Oh yeah, we need to talk about the cocktail. Thanks for making it, Vinny.
Vinny, speaking of sex offenders, made this great cocktail.
Look at my cherry.
It's a what is this rum? Is this a
Weller
bourbon? And in celebration of Shay's birthday, happy birthday, Shay! It is tomorrow. My homeboy there. We're using the prestigious Savannah Bee Company 1 bottle out of 2,000 Tupelo honey.
Kosher.
Because it's been on the podcast, the price is now $124 a bottle. We have inflation-based percentages because,
Because when we mention you on here to our 184 listeners.
Yes. One of them
prices go up.
Going to go look at that and go, damn, he wasn't lying. They're going to Google. You're going to get a few Googles. So you're welcome, guys.
It's worth a Google. Look up
he par muddled lemon, the fancy soaked cherries, and the honey, and then bourbon, and then a little splash of ginger beer on top.
Ginger beer on top, yeah.
A little ginger beer on top.
I like the cherry. I like there's bitters in it as well.
And bitters. Yeah.
Orange bitters.
And
so
orange
what
bitters.
are the different? I have Angostura bitters. What does that mean?
It's not. That's the standard flavor of bitter.
So
what
is Angostura?
So
what
you
does
got
that come from?
Angostura. Angostura, right? I should know this. I don't know.
We got Mr. Fine Dining over here.
Surprise! Today's the day I had an edible before the podcast and didn't say anything.
Yeah, well, I
made it this far.
Yeah, I
without a stone moment. Now I can't pronounce words like Jalisco.
Angel, yeah, like fucking Jalisco.
Jalisco. Tried to do it with Rob the other night. I still couldn't get it right. I said it right one time.
You're like, watch, I'm gonna get it right.
Fuck it up. He said it. He maybe phonetically sounded out. I got it right, and then repeated it again. And was like, what is wrong with me? Why can't I say this one word? Like, why is this one word the most dangerous word in the English language to me? Well, I guess it's not English language, but yeah. So
you can't even get that right.
Nope.
Jesus,
that
what a
stone moment
scientist.
came in fast.
Yeah, there it is. I gotta fucking cue the music.
Yeah, I guess so. So
Get
yeah.
in the zone. Clint, he's stoned. Oh man, this is beautiful. I love
I
that.
know it went from. The thing is, like I said it,
put it out into the universe,
and then it was like
Well, we can still talk about masturbation because now,
Can we?
Now, there's a instead of the pandemic of masturbators down here, and Tybee has had a long history of transients coming down to make this their final destination for like
life or anything.
So, like 2 years ago, I was coming back onto the island from somewhere. I went to Home Depot and I picked up some 2x4s and I set the 2x4s down on my chest as I was doing self-checkout. And two of them came together perfectly.
On the nipple?
And pinched my goddamn nipple. Oh. I've never.
What kind of noise did you make?
Oh, I went, hi!
Hey! fake wave? Just two of them, though.
Well, so I had four.
You had four, okay.
Because I build my own canvases to paint on.
Yeah.
So they're not even 2x4s.
An 8x16?
They're 2x3s. Now,
Okay.
So they sell like the smaller ones.
Right.
And so I had them on my shoulder. I was carrying them over.
Like a man?
Like I'm a fucking man.
Well, if you only got four, you know.
Yeah. I sat them down, and right as they hit, they fell against my chest.
And snapped
And
together. Does it still hurt? It still hurts?
It hurts today.
Just the memory of it really strikes you in the nipple again?
No, this happened the other day, but, it was 2 years ago that I was coming back from the Home Depot.
Okay.
And I saw this homeless looking guy walking down the street, right? Walking down
on Tybee.
Walking down Highway 80, Tybee Road, like a place where you don't walk.
Yeah,
unless your car
between
broke
Pulaski
down.
and Bull River Bridge.
Basically, yeah. But yeah, unless your car's broken down or something. But you could tell, like, he didn't have a stick with the fucking
the bag on the back,
the bag on the back or anything like that. But he did have a backpack. He was homeless looking.
Yeah, we know the type. You see somebody, you see somebody walk down Highway 80 every now and then. You're like, oh.
And you like being down here. You pretty much know every fucking body down here. Or
if you're gonna see somebody walking down the road, like I picked up Mayo and Bubba each once. But only once. You only do that one time, and then you never do it again.
Yeah, but you know what they look like, and you know who they are.
Yeah, but then you forget they're deaf, and they scream at you in the car.
But
and then Mayo smells like cigarettes because he would put them out and put them in his pocket, which is, don't litter, but he would do it like all day.
Oh, yeah, no matter what.
So you have like 8 of them. I'm like, hey, man.
You can throw those out anytime.
Anytime you buy a trash can.
90% of the time when you're smoking, you could probably like be next to an ashtray.
Yeah. Not,
Yeah. Well, anyway, so this fucking homeless guy, I was like, oh, look, never seen that guy before. What's he coming down here for? Not like building.
Not for Venmo.
Yeah. No,
you got Venmo written in the back of his head?
Why don't homeless people put a put a fucking Venmo
Did I bring this up before?
sign.
Like, how far are we from homeless people being like, Venmo me?
Because
you can just stand on the side of the road with
most
a Venmo
people have
sign.
cell phones. You can get a fucking cell phone for nothing.
You're like, help, please, Christ help. I've got 2 kids, Venmo me.
If you got $20, you could get a cell phone, and it only costs like $10 a month just to have like the most basic
ass. Yeah.
So, anyways, the guy's walking down. 2 days later, after I'd seen him, I saw a picture of him in the on the news or like on Facebook or whatever. He had walked down, got a brick, and threw it through the first convenience store's window for the purpose of getting arrested, so that he could go to jail and have a place to sleep.
That's a long walk to go break a fucking window.
Yeah, but I guess like he might have gotten in a fight with his significant other, or
so something had happened, and he was just like, "I'm going to go
to
to the beach."
Dog broke up with him, whatever. So he's like, "I'm going to walk down here and make a scene, so I can definitely go to jail." He was probably like, "If I go to this little island town and cause a ruckus, I'm not going to get away with it. I'm definitely going to jail." But I think he just like threw the brick through the window and sat down. So then this week, I was seeing these posts on Facebook of people that live on Tybee. They're like, "Hey, this dude, he's walking around with a, like a mini baseball bat, hitting himself in the groin.
Oh,
he's like
classy.
He's on the pier drinking his own urine, whatever, something like that." So I was like, "Oh, okay."
This cocktail could be.
Turns out he was an escaped psych patient from a literal fucking psych
from Milledgeville or something, or charter,
some fucking where. But he was literally an escaped convict from a fucking.
Well, at least he turned himself
hospital.
in. He rolled on himself.
I don't think he turned himself in.
This one got turned in.
Yeah, I don't know.
I read the police blog today, and then I got to the part about the people trying to drown the dog, and I got irrationally upset about it.
I don't know about the
these
dog
two
drowning.
bitch cunt motherfuckers had injured their dog accidentally, and then they took it to the beach and were trying to throw it into the water to drown it. It was a puppy because they had injured it, and they said it was an accident. The cops wrote them a ticket for animal cruelty, and then they
don't you
left.
Throw those off the bridge if you're trying to do that? Like what kind of?
I don't know. I don't throw puppies off the side of a bridge.
I'm just you know what I mean.
That would be good shark bait, I guess, though. But I don't know.
Oh, all of a sudden your sensibilities have got.
Sharks don't know what a puppy tastes like. They're like, what the hell is this fucking furry thing floating in the water here?
I'd rather have a big dog.
But
where's the logic in like trying to drown it at the beach instead of throwing it off a fucking bridge? Is what I'm saying.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's more compassionate to do that than throw it in the surf where it struggles for a while. Well, the dog ended up dying. The cops took it from them, took it down the hospital.
So were they on the beach? Did they like put a towel down and lay on the beach and then fucking?
No, they were trying to chuck this dog in the water. It was like washing back up on them.
What?
Yeah. They weren't good people. Like they were just literally. She had thrown you read the story, didn't you? She really threw the dog into the ocean.
All right. On a more positive note, it's 5 minutes with Clint and the Georgia Bulldogs. There's your dog. Grab it, and hit it.
That was a good use of that. Speaking of dogs, God, I'm sad. You got me in the.
That's what you come here for. The happiness.
Wait a minute. Will that work right there?
Oh, that works. Look at that.
Oh yeah.
Cheers, we won.
Dogs.
Not dead dogs.
So speaking of owning the state of South Carolina, Georgia now officially does, as having beat both Clemson and South Carolina.
Oh, I didn't even think of that.
We own South Carolina. We've just annexed it. There's 49 states now. Combine their star with ours and make ours bigger. You're welcome, South Carolina. JT Daniels, solid day.
That is the quarterback?
That is the quarterback. That's the 5-star quarterback for our team. You know who the fuck he is. For all the listeners, you're making.
Well, I wasn't.
You're not going to help him out.
I am going to help at your 5 minutes because so I went to work.
That's been in the previous.
I went to work on Saturday, and I was like, all right, fucking game night. It's at 7. That's like prime time. You know what I mean? From 5 until 7, we were fucking lit busy. As soon as 7 o'clock comes around, dead throughout most of the game. And I was like, the only thing I could think about was what you said the week before. I was like, hey, are you going to come watch?
Yeah.
Georgia Clemson you're like, no, I don't want to be in public whenever I'm that
emotional.
Emotional.
I don't mind doing that.
No, but I was like,
comfortable in the season.
that's fucking smart because like I don't like to be out if I'm really emotional about something. You know what I mean? Like I don't want to be out in public.
Watch Temple Grandin in a bar.
I could never watch Temple Grandin in a bar.
I mean, I could, but I'd have to be on a date because I know I'm getting something. I'm gonna be
like, you love that.
But yeah. So, anyways, like 4 minutes 30.
Oh yeah. You got 2 minutes and 40 seconds. Actually.
Jesus Christ, you took a whole minute.
Hey man, I was just trying to help.
So, anyway, George kicked that ass. Defense looked amazing. It
was kind of a slaughter, though, right?
Yeah, it was supposed to be a slaughter. We covered the spread. It was good, right? We covered the spread? No, we didn't cover the spread. The spread was 30.5, though.
Oh, I didn't know that they were that bad.
It was like the largest largest SEC home spread we've had in a while. But we beat the shit out of them. We got Vanderbilt next Saturday at noon. Following Saturday, Arkansas Razorbacks, and I'm going to the game.
Did Arkansas just beat someone?
They beat Texas. They beat Georgia Southern this weekend, but they beat Texas last weekend.
Okay,
and soundly.
Like the University of Texas?
Yeah, the University of Winky sucks their dick, Texas.
Oh, right. Well, see, we just weren't busy during the fucking game, and I was like, what the fuck is going on?
I've had people over for 2 out of 3 of the games, really.
It was just we got so fucking slow, and then after the game was over, we got hit again, and I wasn't prepared. I was like, hey, what do you guys, and everyone wanted a fucking margarita with salt on it.
Oh, that's fun. That's fun.
Especially, and I made the first 3 like really good.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden you get the fucking
These are so good. You should have some.
Oh my god, this guy just made the best margie I've ever had. You should. Oh yeah, margies, cool.
Margies.
Yeah.
Ooh, that would.
Someone came in
back a little bit. I'd be like Margie. You could call a girl Margaret Margie. I'd be less upset about it. Oh, Margie.
Dude, these people came in. It wasn't this Saturday, but before they were like, so what flavored margies do you have? Do you have like peach margies or blueberry margies? Do you have mango margies? I was like, stop saying margies.
Somebody back's calling my name.
Stop saying fruits and then the word margie.
Yeah,
okay,
that's not a real word.
We don't have any of those. You know what we have? Tequila margies.
We have tequila flavored margaritas. It tastes like sour mix.
We have tequila margies.
I've got cherry juice, but you can't even have that.
Margie. That's a very poncy way of putting it.
Yeah.
Poncy.
Poncy
This is this week's English term. Okay. Poncy in English parlance. Can you guess?
Is it like a Nancy?
Sort of.
But you're not like gay. You're fancy. You're like effeminate.
Effeminate and pretentious.
Pretentious. Okay, I was getting there.
Acting very poncy.
I was getting there.
Acting very poncy. And what is a courgette?
It's an eggplant. No, it's the other one.
It's green.
Yeah, zucchini. Zucchini.
Aubergine.
That's eggplant. That's
right. And what do they call coriander?
Cilantro.
cilantro. We'll be right back after the break.